10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Exactly need the A-Team this Christmas, but here's your holiday survival guide on how to get through the holidays with no regrets.
This is Performance Theory with Mike Clark.
Let's face it, it's hard to stick to a healthy eating and exercise plan during the holidays. Everywhere we turn, we're tempted by food and drinks, from treats at the office parties to our own traditional family favorites. When you add in a busy schedule filled with shopping and get-togethers that make it tough to squeeze in that exercise, you have a recipe for disaster as far as your scales are concerned. The good news is that you can really get through the holidays without gaining weight. It'll take some effort, but you'll thank yourself 1,000 times when January 1st rolls around and you have no regrets. Your goal this holiday season is for maintenance. In order to greet the new year without tipping the scale, it's wise to try to maintain your weight during the next couple of weeks instead of trying to lose weight. Remember, you want to enjoy the holidays, not be miserable from deprivation. That means you're going to allow yourself the occasional treats and splurges and keep the scale where it is rather than actually trying to decrease your weight. First off, don't skip your workouts. Even moderate intensity workouts can burn 300 to 400 calories per hour. You need this extra calorie burn to keep up with the richer food you're going to be eating. You'll also be less likely to overeat if you've just sweated through a hard workout. Number 2, eat breakfast. People who eat breakfast consume fewer calories throughout the day than those that skip this important meal. Number 3, keep a food diary, whether it be MyFitnessPal or you actually are writing down in a book. Write down every single thing you eat. Even if it's only one bite of a shrimp cocktail, it's a proven fact that keeping a food journal results in better weight control than not keeping one. Number 4, you're going to want to monitor your hunger. Never show up to a party or a buffet hungry. You'll most likely overeat. Drink water and have a protein-filled snack such as nuts or cheese before arriving. This will help you have more self-control around those temptations. Number 5, weigh yourself twice each week. Normally, it's not a good idea to step on the scale too often, but during the holidays, it's a great way to stay on track with your goals. If you see the scale starting to creep, you can immediately take steps to correct it, such as backing off on your calories for a day or two, drinking more water, and adding in a little bit more exercise. Number 6, watch your portion size. If you have an idea of how much food you're putting on your plate, you'll be less likely to overdo it. Number 7, deal quickly with leftovers. If you have unhealthy leftovers in your home, you are likely to indulge. Don't leave them sitting around. Freeze them, give them away, or toss them. It's not worth the temptation. Next one, check in with your future self. Every day, speak to yourself from the future, say from January 1st. Thank yourself for doing the tough work of self-discipline during these holiday weeks. You might say something like this: thank you. I feel great. I'm no heavier than I was in November. I've stayed on track with my exercise. My energy is incredible, and I've got the momentum to spend the rest of the winter getting even better shape before the spring gets here. Last on our list, go public. I know it sounds scary. It's supposed to. Let others know what your current weight is and check in with them each time you weigh yourself. That kind of intense accountability will give you the willpower when the cheesecake and fudge starts showing up at the office. You guys can survive the holidays with no added weight gain. Remember these tips and keep a vision of what you want to feel like and look like on January 1st. It's going to be a great holiday season. Thanks for joining me this year on Performance Theory. Thanks, guys, for listening. Please share this podcast and make sure you subscribed, because a bunch of you are listening haven't passed it on to your friends. Find me on social media at Mike Clark Life on all major platforms, or visit MikeClarkLife.com.